square, pencil, boom, back, done. So that's the setup that I usually have with that. All right, guys, so we are talking about the Diamondback Dawson signature tool belt. Okay, if you want to watch a longer video, you can go over to my YouTube. I will have a full video of this entire thing. So if you want a more in-depth version, head over there. I am going to be doing a giveaway. It's going to be exclusive for YouTube, so if you do want to be a part of the giveaway, go over to my YouTube channel. But first I want to go through, I got a new signature system here. Same signature system as the one that I have been rocking. Oops. But this one is just came in the mail today. So I wanted to run down what's in it. So first off, you have the hammer holster, you have the flat bar holster, you have your miter bag, which is what I use for my, I think it's my right hand side. And then you have the eagle, which is going to be my left hand bag. Now this comes with a 6-inch belt. I like this belt because if you look at from top to bottom, you're sitting at about 6.5 inches actually. And when I put this on here, you can see on my back here, it sits kind of right above my butt, but also goes to my lower back here, which gives me a lot of support when I'm wearing bags if I have to load them down with you know, racks of nails and whatnot. But what I want to basically do is I want to put the system together, and I just have some excess tools laying around here, and I want to load this system up to show you why this system is super versatile for all types of trades. This is for anybody who's framing, if you're doing cabinet work, interior work, if you're doing siding, if you're doing roofing. This, as you guys can see, it's a very slender profile, but at the same time, it can be bulked out to fit pretty much anything you need. I have yet to find something that won't fit in these bags, which is huge because they're also small. They're double tier, 1, 2, both sides are double tier, as opposed to a lot of framing bags, which is going to be triple tier, which I also have a pair of those, but they are pretty bulky for the majority of the work that I do. So let's go ahead and put this together. Make sure I put it together the right way for you guys. We got this one going here. The awesome Velcro system that they have here, it's like a triple layer. So you have this one side, which is almost like a sandwich, and then you have this double-sided of the Velcro that slides in there. So you basically have Velcro on the inside of this belt as well. You basically want to throw this on the inside of your belt, so you have this open, and then you just fold this down all the way in the bottom of that, and that's it, and you have your belt on that. So then I'm going to do the same thing with this puppy right here. All right, now I always carry my flat bar or my cat's paw on my left hand side, and I have my hammer on my right. So I'm going to go ahead and install my flat bar loop. Now you can see here, this comes with a little belt here, and then you can obviously cinch it here, and then it comes with a bolt and a washer, which is going to attach up here on this loop. Super easy assembly. I usually throw this in first just to get it set there, and then I'm going to take this off. Like that. Gonna run that through. I usually put the washer on the back side because the front side has a grommet on it, so this just kind of keeps this from that nut being on that fabric. Okay, so I'm going to screw this down. I won't tighten them up right now just for time's sake. And then I'm going to have the same thing with my hammer holster on my right hand side. I'm going to put this belt through this system right here. And then this comes with 2. All right, so there's going to be a top and a bottom. So obviously, I mean, it's self-explanatory. If you're putting together a tool bag, you have some level of common sense there. So you put the bottom on the bottom and the top on the top. And if you need more of an explanation than that, then you should probably be an electrician or something. Just kidding, it's a joke. What I love about Diamondback is you really can customize this to exactly what your needs are. All right, so now you can see just like that, I already have my bag, for the most part, other than adjusting my belt. I have my bag put together, okay? Slide this forward, there we go. So if you look at this right now, you can see how slender it is. You can obviously see this is a super sleek design with lots of capabilities. Obviously we have the flat bar and the hammer holster. Let me cinch up my hammer holster a little bit. There we go. And we're good to go. So this also comes with a gun loop. So if you have a cylindrical gun loop, it can loop in this little loop up here. If you have one of those flat gun hooks, which I have a lot more of those, you can hook it through here. This is something that you can hook on the front if you want to hang your gun here. You can hook it on the back here. I just like it because it's a little bit easier to hit that loop than it is to hit loops like this one. I use this one fairly often, but I'll be honest with you, there's sometimes where I have a drill and a nail gun on me, so it's nice to be able to hang my drill on this and my nail gun on this. Whatever it is, it gives you options. But I usually just keep this thing stored here in the back. It doesn't really bother me any to have it back here, so I usually just leave that back there just so I have it. So to go ahead and load this thing up, to kind of show you how I utilize it, usually I have cat's paw or something of that sort in this side, and then I'll have this will usually end up being right down there. I'll have my pliers. I'll usually keep my knife here in this front one just to have it accessible, and I can use that pouch for other things. I always have a tester on me because the tester is something, if you're doing construction, especially a lot of different types of construction, you never know when you're going to come across wires. It's always nice to be able to test them to see if they're live, to see if they're working. Again, this is the dummy tester, so you can't trust it with your life, but overall it'll give you an idea of if something's hot or not. So I always just keep that with me for the most part. And then this has saved me 1,000 times. This is a laser measure. This thing is down to the 32nd. If I'm up on a ladder and I got to measure 15 plus feet and I can't put my tape out that far, I'll pull this thing out and I'll be able to get an exact measurement. Works every time. It keeps me safe if I'm up on a ladder or some situation where I don't have enough hands to really get a tape out there. So I always keep one of those in my bags. I just keep that here on the side. Obviously, you got to have your pencils. I got my Spax pencils here. And I usually throw a couple there, and then I have a bunch of them that I throw right around this front side. A lot of them aren't even sharpened. I just keep them here for when I drop my other pencil. Every now and then I'll sharpen them. Who knows? Tape measure goes right there every single time. I always have a pair of channel locks on me. I usually stick those on the side there. Obviously, I must have a stabilo level that goes over here on this side. And then sometimes I have a utility knife, but I don't need that right now. Let me load up. So I keep my square here most of the time. I'll be honest with you, sometimes depending on what I'm working on and what angle I'm at, I might put it over on this side. But 90% of the time, I keep it on this side because I'm right-handed and my pencil comes out from this side. So it goes square, pencil, boom, back, done. So that's the setup that I usually have with that. Let's pull out a screwdriver I normally have in my bags on this side. If you guys don't know, I'm pulling from my actual tool bag. So these are the tool bags that I actually use. So you can see here that I have a mini square because I was doing metal trim, J-channel. I have my torpedo level. This is something that I always keep with me. This is just a blow-off nozzle for an air compressor to hose out my bags at the end of the day. I always keep that in this top pouch. The other thing I keep in this top pouch is just a drill bits. I have little drill bits and stuff like that in this top pouch here. And then another add-on, this doesn't come with this system, but another add-on that I have are the snip holder. This holds my snips. I don't always have this on my bags, but if I'm doing metal work, then obviously I'll have it on my bags. I'll go ahead and throw this on here for you guys so you can kind of see how I would bulk up my system if I was going to work bulk. Obviously I got my Diamondback booklet. This is for measurements. If you're measuring for crown or if you're measuring rafters and it's not the same measurement over and over again, I'll keep this book with me so I can write my measurements in here. One thing I would recommend is when you're done with your measurements, rip them out of your book. I've looked at the wrong page and cut those measurements and learned the hard way. But I always have a little measurement book tucked in there. I'll be honest with you, that ends up being in different spots every now and then. And then just drill bits and other stuff I don't really want to unload out of my bag. But this is pretty much my system. So you can see that this system is fairly slender, but I just put a lot of stuff in there. Now, when it comes to fasteners or things that I might change day to day, whether they're coil nails, whether they're rack nails, whether they're Spax power lags, whether I'm using zip ties, whether I'm using whatever it is that I'm using, what I'll do to customize this, to bulk it up, is I'll use my DB sacks. Now, if you get the deluxe version of the Dawson, it comes with a DB sack, I believe. It also comes with suspenders. But if you don't, then you can just buy some of these. They're not that expensive. I want to say they're like, I'm not going to say a price. I want to say like 12 or something like that, but don't quote me on it, okay? Don't get all salty if it's not that. But I like to use these DB sacks, so if I need to put in racks of nails, screws, anything like that, I can just go ahead and throw this on here. Where is it? There's a little slot on this side, which is why I really like these bags. And again, they're custom designed. Why I love these is because there's a little pocket right here in the front side. Now, I've never used this for a pocket. I've always used it for a DB sack. If I need to put 3 racks or 3 coil nails stacked up in here, which they do fit, I can go ahead and throw this in here right here, and I have my racks of nails. I can fit more nails than I'm going to use, you know, on one climb up a ladder in this, so I can have everything I need: rack of nails, nail gun, screw gun, hammer. I don't know where my hammer is. Where's my hammer? Why do I not have that? Anyway, you can see how this system can be bulked up. Now, if I'm outside framing, this is how I'd probably have it. If I'm going to go inside, obviously I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to have snips on the inside for the most part. I'm probably not going to have a cat's paw inside. I might need it, but if I do, then something's wrong and I'll go out and get it. Usually I won't bring a cat's paw in because I can tell you, I'm pretty sure every contractor has dropped a flat bar or a cat's paw on a floor at least once. It's never a good idea. So I just leave that out when I go inside. For the most part, I'll keep my system the same though, because you know, if I'm trying to squeeze through doors, I don't really have a lot that's banging on stuff, right? I'm pretty slender still. So overall, guys, this is the Dawson Signature Tool Belt by Diamondback Tool Belts. If you guys want to check it out, check out the link in my bio. You can go buy one. I'd appreciate you supporting me. I do get a kickback if you buy one because it is designed by yours truly. But if you are on YouTube and you're watching this and you want to win something, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is one of Diamondback's fold up buckets. So this is like what you would consider like a 5-gallon bucket, but it folds down if you want to put it inside of your truck or whatever else. It also just holds just a lot of stuff, and it has a little handle on it. So what I'm going to do is, if you are going to go cop this system, if you go buy this system and you leave it in the comments below saying, hey, I bought this system, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to choose a winner, and I'm going to send you one of these buckets for free. Now, hear me out. I know this isn't crazy, but in the end, if you are already in the market for a tool belt and you want to go check this out, you can get this bucket for free. There's not going to be a ton of people that buy this because, again, I mean, it is an expensive system. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a system you buy once. You don't buy this multiple times. You buy this once, and you'll probably use it till the end of your construction career, and you'll probably even hand it down to your kids after that. So it is an investment, but if you do it, I'm going to throw in a bucket to a lucky winner that goes and purchases this setup. Now, if you guys want to know anything about this, shoot me a DM on Instagram. And I'll let you know how, you know, what about the system. If you have any questions, how I like it, how it fits, how I utilize it, I'm more than happy to ask questions. And before we jump off here, I wanted to read a couple reviews of the people that have actually purchased the system. Review that I saw on here, it was, 717. Amazing. I've purchased a lot of tool belts in my career. As a carpenter, the Diamondback Dawson system with the 6-inch waist belt is the most comfortable and well-organized system I've ever used. That was by Sean Wilson. I worked really hard on this and tried out a lot of different setups to get this right. So I appreciate when you guys let me know that it actually works for you, because I ran across those same problems where my tool belt was just too big a lot of the time, and when it was full, it was too unorganized for me to really get around it. I was never happy with it, and I've never had a problem with this one. The next one is Christopher Stevenson, Dawson Signature System. Love the belt. Having my tape and speed square on my dominant side is so efficient, and the belt holds your tools so well. Again, I agree with you, obviously, but I appreciate that, man. Derek Metzler says quality. You get what you pay for, and that's quality. So again, like I said, you'd be handing this down to your kid. It's not going to break on you. And then this one says James, I don't know how to read your last name, Thifault. Sorry, my guy. I love it. I received the left-hand version of the right-hand bag. The hammer sling mounts backwards with the screw in the back and the buckle in the front. I like having the framing hammer loop in the front anyway, so I didn't raise a stink about it. Being a one-man show, I was a little apprehensive about dropping 5 bills on a rig, but it's definitely worth it. The quality and craftsmanship is superb. I appreciate that, James. If you did get the wrong bag, let Diamondback know or shoot me a DM and we can get you the right bag out there, no problem. So let me know. Because again, if you got the wrong thing, man, let's make it right. Let's get you the right thing. That's one thing I also love about Diamondback and why I partner with them. They take care of their builders. If you're out there and you're a Diamondback purchaser, they're going to make sure you're set up. If they got something out that's wrong, they're going to get the right thing out to you. So definitely let me know, James. I'll search your name to see if I can find you. I don't know if you even know who I am. You just bought it on their website. But yeah, guys, that's all I'm going to say for these videos. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. And definitely go check out the Dawson. If you guys purchased it, let me know in the comments below. Shoot me a DM with your confirmation link, and I'm going to choose a winner. Again, maybe 1 or 2 of you guys is going to go buy one. So the chances of getting a free one of these, if you're already in the market for a tool belt, it's just a bonus to buying your tool belt. So I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Much love, y'all.